How's it going, Laser Bruces? Up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome to a series we're going to be doing on a game called Not It Spookiest Edition. Now, apparently this was a game that was released on itch for Halloween in 2019, and people liked it so much they decided to turn it into a full-blown game. So this is a horror visual novel with many multiple endings. I believe it was 25 or something along those lines. So each run might be a little bit short. I'm not too sure, but I'm excited to get into it because it's got a really interesting art style. Apparently it's pretty brutal. It's kind of got a twee aesthetic, but it's a brutal horror thing as well. So I like the juxtaposition there, always do. Let's jump in, shall we, and see what we can get amongst. See, that's a great art style though, I like that. Well, here we are. I made it just in time for Halloween too. Despite today being Halloween, I don't see any decorations as I drive into town. Doesn't look like this was a Renpy designed game. Usually spaces your move, but that just drops that down. Maybe they aren't big on Halloween here. I pull into the driveway of my new home and get out. My furniture was already delivered, so all that's left is for me to officially move in. I'll need to pick up a few things at the store. I just might as well take care of that now. The town is small, so it's just a quick walk to the grocery store. To my surprise, it's closed. I didn't think stores closed for Halloween. Come to think of it, the streets seem pretty empty. It's a small rural town, the main reason I chose it, but it didn't seem quite this empty when I saw the house before. There's a strange lifeless feeling in the air, as though the town is almost abandoned.
Where is everyone?
Most people have already left.
We got full voice acting? I turn around at the sound of the voice and find myself facing a middle-aged man who looks rather puzzled to see me.
Sorry, what?
Who are you? Are you a visitor?
Let me just mess with the settings real quick. I'll be right back. Just cranking all the voice up and the music down a bit.
Actually, I just moved here.
Oh, that explains it. You see, I'm the mayor, so I'm used to recognizing everyone here.
The mayor of like 6 people or something.
I see.
You picked a poor time to move in. Everyone evacuates on Halloween because of the curse.
The curse? What curse?
Oh dear. You mean no one told you?
Told me what?
I thought I made it clear that everyone was supposed to... Oh, you bought the McKellis house, did you?
Yes, why?
Old McKellis was intent on getting out of here. No wonder he didn't tell you about the curse. Probably thought you wouldn't buy the place if you knew.
Well, yeah, you probably wouldn't, would you? Or at least you'd ask for a fucking discount.
I still don't understand what's going on.
Let me explain. Many years ago, there was a tragic death. Let's leave it at that.
Uh-huh.
Ever since then, this area has been cursed.
How exactly?
On Halloween, his spirit returns. He seeks to possess someone and then gets his revenge on the town.
Why Halloween?
It is the anniversary of his death.
So the spirit celebrates his death by wreaking havoc on random people.
Perhaps it is when his rage is most fierce.
Am I actually supposed to believe this story? Or is it just a prank they play on newcomers?
Excuse me, I need to make my own preparations to leave.
He hurries past me, nearly knocking me over in his haste to get by, and all but runs down the street. That was extremely weird. It does seem like people have left town though. There's got to be someone else I can ask to find out what's going on. Let's go to the police station, I suppose. The police station is just around the corner from the grocery store, so I head there. To my relief, it's open. Yeah.
Yes, do you need help?
I mainly need information. I just moved into town, you see.
You picked a terrible time to do it.
Apparently.
Is there really an evacuation?
Yes, and if you need any help getting out, just say the word. I'm Officer Mike, and it's my duty to make sure everyone evacuates safely.
Why are people evacuating?
Didn't they tell you? It's Halloween. That means the curse will strike soon. If I were you, I'd get out of here while you still can.
You mean it's real?
Very real.
You've seen proof of the curse, then?
Yes, and it's all been recorded at the Historical Society. Now, unless you need help, I need to finish up a few things here and then check to make sure everyone is evacuated.
I see. Thank you for your time.
The Historical Society, huh? I guess I should head over there and try to figure this thing out. I find the Historical Society pretty easily, and to my surprise, it's still open.
Can I help you with something?
Considering the way the rest of the town is right now, I'm surprised anyone's here.
I'll be closing up soon. I don't believe we've met before, though. I'm Willow.
Katie, I just moved into town.
Oh my. And today of all days.
I was told I could learn more about the curse if I came here.
That's right. This is the Historical Society, after all. So you can find everything related to our town's history here.
And it's really true that people evacuate the town every Halloween?
Yes, it's been going on so long now. I'm amazed people around the country don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, the hotels must be booked in nearby towns. This is so weird. Learn about the curse's origins, I guess.
Where should I look to find information about the curse's origins?
Oh, you'll want to look all the way in the back at the newspaper articles from the 1800s.
That long ago, huh? I head to the back of the room. There are documents and records of the town's history all over the place, but they become fewer and fewer the deeper I go. Soon I reach a small section marked 1800s. There's very little here, but a few yellowed newspaper articles have been carefully preserved. The first one is from November 1st, 1832. Hermit hiding on Halloween. 29-year-old Matthew Hayer, known to be a recluse by his neighbours, was reported missing late last night, Halloween, after his house was found unexpectedly empty by trick-or-treaters attempting to break in. Police discourage the act of trespassing, but are asking anyone with information on his whereabouts to report to the sheriff's office. I move to the next newspaper. November 14th, 1832. Matthew Hayer found dead after vanishing on Halloween. Police had no leads on the disappearance of the 29-year-old Matthew Hayer until last night. His body was discovered in the woods roughly a quarter mile outside of town by police just after nightfall. Evidence suggests Hayer had been beaten to death at an unknown location before being transported to the place he was eventually found. The investigation is ongoing. Another article from December 6th, 1832 is carefully preserved beneath it. Cold case? It's been almost 4 weeks since the death of 29-year-old Matthew Hayer, and the police are still searching for suspects in a suspected murder. Hayer was reclusive, the sheriff said when questioned about their lack of progress. This makes it difficult to pin down his movements or any enemies he might have had. Hayer had been considered strange by many local residents, and when asked, residents admit to being a little relieved he's no longer around. So after a month of searching, they didn't have any leads and were considering dropping the case. The next few articles have nothing to do with the curse, only the town's history, but at last I spot the name Hayer again. What? This one's from October 20, 1833, that's almost a year later. Hayer murderers finally caught. After a year, there has been a new break in the Matthew Hayer murder investigation. A group of 5 people, 4 teenagers and 1 adult, came forward Monday and confessed to assaulting and murdering Hayer almost a year ago. The attack took place earlier that Halloween night, while Hayer was walking down the road back toward his house from downtown, after which they relocated his body to the woods. Some of the attackers state that they came forward with a confession so long after the incident because, in their words, Hayer placed a curse on this town. According to the attackers, Hayer used his dying breath to curse not only his killers but the entire town, blaming everyone here for what had happened to him, and that he swore to get his revenge the next Halloween. It's starting to sound like Nightmare on Elm Street up in here. There was something weird about him, one boy confessed. I honestly think he meant it. The police have yet to comment on any supernatural implications of Hayer's death. Finally, there's one more right beside it from November 1st, 1833. Revenge from the grave. The 5 culprits in the Hayer murder, who had been awaiting trial, died late last night. The guard on duty shot all 5 of them before killing himself. The officer had no known ties to Matthew Hayer, so his motives are unknown. Police declined to comment on the possibility that this was Matthew Hayer's promised revenge.
So that's how it all started, huh?
Look for evidence of the curse?
Where should I look to find evidence of the curse?
Evidence? That would be scattered throughout our history. 10 years ago is when the evacuation started.
10 years ago, huh? Most of the documents and records on display seem to be highlighting the high points or low points, in this case, of the town's history. There's a man nearby reading some of them, but he doesn't look up as I pass. Finally, I reach a framed notice from about 10 years earlier. Stay safe this Halloween. In light of incidents throughout the years suggesting Matthew Hayes' curse on the town is real and will affect anyone within the town's borders, it is requested that everyone evacuate on October 31st. This evacuation is voluntary but highly encouraged. Police will help pay for any expenses. The curse appears to be restricted to the town and its immediate surroundings, going at least 10 miles away as recommended. It will be safe to return to town on November 1st. The police pay for people's expenses? They're really serious about this. Near the notice is a magazine article titled "The Halloween Curse: How a Dead Man Terrified Citizens of a Small Town." Do curses really exist? The inhabitants of this small town would tell you yes, without a doubt. The story of this curse goes back to a man who died centuries earlier on Halloween and supposedly cursed the entire town with desires for revenge. Ever since then, strange, tragic incidents have happened on Halloween. A prison guard who murdered all of his prisoners before turning the gun on himself, a mother who killed her children and 2 neighbors, a stranger from out of town who went on a shooting spree. The circumstances are always different, but in every case, the culprit claims to have no memory of the crime. As each Halloween passed with a new tragedy, people began to whisper that it was the dead man's spirit possessing a person each year to exact revenge. That matches what the mayor told me. The rest of the articles related to the curse documents the incidents mentioned in the magazine article, among others. If something awful happened every Halloween, I guess it's not surprising they started to believe in the curse. That's enough.
I think I understand enough now.
Good, because it's actually about closing time.
Getting out of town to avoid the curse, huh?
Actually, I don't believe in the curse.
How do you explain all the evidence?
Evidence? It's all circumstantial. A few bad things happen on Halloween and people see a pattern where there isn't one.
But every Halloween? Come on.
Didn't something happen every Halloween?
Yeah.
Though?
Coincidence. Besides, once people started talking about the curse, that must have fed into it.
There might be something to it, though.
I'm not surprised you say that. Most people believe in it after all. I've gotten used to being the only one who doubts.
Doesn't it bother you?
Not really. Other people's superstition can't change what I believe.
How can you say that?
The man who had been reading historical documents turned away from his display to fix us with a furious glare.
The curse exists. Doubting the curse is asking for trouble.
Calm down, Joseph.
Calm down? Disbelief like yours is what gets people killed.
I'm going to evacuate, so don't worry.
You evacuate even though you don't believe in the curse?
What else am I going to do? Spend the night all alone in an abandoned town? With everyone else gone, then there would be legitimate things to worry about. So if you need a ride, you're welcome to come with me. I usually carpool with my friend Rita.
Where do people go anyway?
Some visit relatives, some plan trips for this time of year. Most just go to the next town over, though. It's about 20 miles away. The motel there loves the business.
Yeah, man, let's go stay at a motel. That sounds awesome.
I'll bet.
The door opens and a woman pokes her head in. It's an excuse for a holiday every year.
If anyone needs to carpool with me, you'd better hurry. Nearly everyone else is gone, and I won't wait much longer.
That's Rita. Since I don't drive, I usually go with her.
Don't leave without me!
He races out of the Historical Society and Willow and I follow.
What in the world? My tires!
She stares in horror at the car parked along the curb. 2 of its tires are flat.
It was just fine a minute ago.
Oh God, it's happening already!
Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down? We're all going to die!
We can take my car?
Bless you, darling. You're a lifesaver.
They follow me up the road toward my new house. I can't say I'm crazy about this, but they're so upset I'd feel bad not helping them out. When we reach the driveway, I glance up at the house. I haven't even gotten to properly move in yet. Under the circumstances, however, it seems my official move-in will have to wait a little longer. I reach into my coat pocket for my keys. Huh?
Is something wrong?
My keys are gone.
What?
First my tires, and now her keys. It started already.
No, 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 no!
How could the curse steal my keys? They all stare at me.
What?
You're all acting like this is part of the curse, but how is that possible?
Someone must already be possessed, and they found a way to steal your keys.
Or maybe she's the one possessed, and she's lying about the keys!
Seriously?
Hey, do you hear that?
What?
It sounds like a car engine running somewhere.
A car?
And it's running?
They take off together in the direction of the sound. Willow and I follow. I'll be happy to get out of here. Things are getting a little too weird for me. We find the car downtown. It's parked outside a small brick building with a sign that declares it to be the local inn.
The owner must be inside.
I just hope it isn't the killer.
As a group, we walk toward the inn doors. A man is standing just inside the inn.
Finally, some people. Say, what's going on around here?
Who are you?
Can we use your car?
What's with you guys?
You must be from out of town, aren't you?
Yeah, the name's Vinny. Came here looking for a room, but there's no one here. This is an inn, isn't it?
It is. But everyone else is already evacuated. We're the only ones left.
Whoa, evacuated? What's going on?
Never mind that, let's just go.
Yes, I quite agree. Vinny, can we use your car?
We're seriously evacuating the town? Sure, fine. You guys know more about it than I do.
Shaking his head, he walks to the inn door and pushes.
Huh?
It's locked.
Is something wrong?
Door won't open. Must have it backwards.
He pulls on the door instead, but it still doesn't budge.
What in the... You're telling me we're locked
Guess
in?
we're staying in the hotel, just the 5 of us, is it?
What?
Joseph pushes past all of us and throws himself against the door. He struggles with it frantically, trying to get it open.
Panicking won't help. We need to deal with this logically.
Logically? Are you insane? We're still here on Halloween, and someone locked us in!
Joseph's a problem, man. He's a little bit too skittery. First Rita's tires, then my keys, and now this.
Oh no. It's really starting to seem like someone is trying to keep us here.
It's happened already. He's already possessed someone, and we're his next victims!
It's definitely suspicious.
Stranger coincidences have happened in the past. We don't need to lose our heads over it.
Did you have to say it that way? Did you really have to?
Could someone fill me in? Did he just say someone was... possessed?
Oh, yeah.
As if you don't know.
Huh?
Joseph, what are you implying?
That it's him! That's what I'm implying! He's the one who lured us in here!
Whoa, lured? Get real.
If it wasn't for you, at least we could leave on foot. Now we...
A slow creak somewhere above us makes him fall silent. We all exchange glances. It sounded like someone walking around upstairs. Another creak comes from above us, followed by a thud.
Someone else is in here.
No one came when I rang the bell.
It might have just been the wind knocking the shutters around.
But we wait, but there aren't any further sounds from the second floor.
Should we go see?
No!
Honestly, I think we should focus on trying to get this door open. That's our real problem.
Well, I'm going upstairs. Is anyone coming with me?
Let's do it.
I'll go too.
Thank you, dear.
Oh my god, are we gonna die? Leaving Willow, Joseph, and Vinny to work on the door, Rita and I head up the inn's creaky staircase. At the top of the stairs, the hallway goes in 2 directions, with each wing of the inn having 4 rooms.
Hello?
There's no answer. The second floor is silent.
We should probably check the rooms, just to be sure.
I agree. Do you think we should stick together? We probably can cover more ground if we split up.
Yeah, we should stick together. This is the horror thing, come on now.
It's probably safest if we stick together. Besides, there aren't that many rooms.
Exactly.
Good point. I suppose we should start from the beginning with room 1.
It hardly matters in an inn this size. We walk together into the left wing and open the first door. The small inn room looks cozy and also completely abandoned. We check the second room with the same results. We open the third door and look inside.
What the?
Officer Mike's still here.
Officer Mike?
Oh, Officer Mike, I'm so happy to know it was you that we heard walking around up here.
What are you folks doing here? I figured I was on my own.
We came in because we saw a car outside.
A car? You mean there's someone else here?
There's quite a few of us now, actually.
We came upstairs because we heard noises and didn't realize anyone else was in here.
Why are you here, anyway?
Frank fell down in one of the rooms and hurt his leg. I've been searching the other rooms to find something he could use for a crutch. Just enough to get him downstairs. Outside.
Man, the music is so loud sometimes. Why does it have to be so goddamn loud?
Frank?
He's the innkeeper.
Well, you might as well stop looking for a crutch until we know if we can get that door open.
What?
The inn door's locked, and we're stuck inside unless we can get it open.
Well, that's odd. Let's go talk to Frank. He must know where the key is.
Mike leads us to the other wing, into room 5. Inside, an elderly man is sitting on the bed.
Any luck?
Not yet, but I'm afraid we have worse news. These folks say the inn door locked and trapped them inside.
No. Shouldn't be possible without the keys.
Where are the keys? I'll see if I can get the door open.
Always keep them with me.
He reaches into his pocket and tosses a set of keys to Mike.
The big brass one is for the front door.
Are those the only keys?
Yeah,
You're sure?
yeah,
And there's no way to lock the inn without them.
yeah.
Wait here, Frank. I'll be back for you as soon as we get the door open.
As if I'm going anywhere.
Downstairs in the lobby, Willow and Vinny are standing by the door. Doesn't look like they've made any progress. Joseph paces nearby, looking miserable and even more distressed than when we left. They look up.
Officer Mike.
It turns out he was the one we heard. He was helping Frank.
Frank's here too?
He hurt his leg, so he's still upstairs for now.
However, he has the keys to the front door, so we should be able to get out of here.
Should. But if what Frank said is true, it doesn't make sense that the door could have locked behind us.
Keys? You have keys? We're saved!
Mike hurries down the stairs and over to the door while Rita and I follow. He takes the large brass key and inserts it into the lock. It fits smoothly, then he twists it and tries the door. Nothing happens.
Well, that's strange.
He tries again.
The key works, but it still won't open.
Could something be blocking the door?
Some sort of barricade set up outside? That's possible.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Whoever trapped us in here would be stuck outside.
Unless it was one of us. Who came in last?
You can't set up a barricade on the other side of the door while you're on this side of the door.
Are you honestly suggesting one of us block the door from the outside without us noticing?
It's possible. If they set it up so they could pull it towards the door as it's shut.
Okay.
You seem to have put a lot of thought into this, Joseph.
Not really, I just... Wait, are you accusing me?
Apparently.
Calm down, all of you. Accusing one another won't get us anywhere. Let's sit down and talk about this rationally.
You want to sit and talk? We should be finding a way to bust out!
If one of us really is possessed by the spirit of Matthew Hare, a situation like that is exactly what could give him the opening he needs to claim a victim.
Or for someone to panic and do something irrational.
The best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes.
He walks into the inn's common area and sits down. After a moment, the rest of us all do the same. I don't like being trapped here. Is there really a chance of one of us did it on purpose? For a while, we just all look at each other.
Well, at least we can all agree that I didn't do it.
Why?
Whoa, you all came in after me. The door was working fine then, and you all had your eyes on me the entire time.
He has a point there.
Yeah, but how do we know you didn't rig it so it would break after a set amount of
Oh,
time?
come on. Does he look like some kind of fucking mastermind?
You've gotta be kidding me.
We can sit around here throwing around what-if ideas all night, but it won't get us anywhere. Does anyone have any proof, any hard evidence that might point toward a culprit?
No.
It was Willow.
Excuse me?
You're the one who noticed Vinny's car. If not for you, none of us would be in here.
That's your hard evidence? I pointed out a car we might be able to use to escape?
But we couldn't use it to escape because we got locked in here. He has a point.
You're always denying the curse exists too. That's the perfect cover for Matthew Hayer. Use your natural behavior to make us all lower our guard.
I'll admit, it does look like more evidence points toward Willow than anyone else right now.
This is unbelievable.
Are you going to kill me?
Yeah, maybe. I might do it myself. You're really irritating.
No!
Lies. I know you are. I've always known I'd die this way.
Now calm down. No one needs to die.
Although I'd really like him to still.
What do you recommend we do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Just lie down, have a sleep until tomorrow, and then we're good.
If no one tries anything, nothing needs to be done. As long as we keep an eye on each other for the rest of the night, nothing can go wrong.
Why don't you handcuff all of us, and then we'll just sit there and do nothing?
I'm certainly not going to try anything.
No. No, don't believe it! Don't believe it!
Calm down.
I've read the stories. I know how it'll be. She'll wait until you fall asleep and then...
I will not fall asleep while guarding you. I promise.
You can say that now, but we'll be the ones to pay the price!
He lunges at Willow, raising a hammer.
No!
Two guns fire at the same time. Joseph's body falls limp to the ground. What the fuck? That escalated out of nowhere. He's gonna kill her with a hammer because... what? Circumstantial evidence? What? Mike and Vinny both have guns drawn aimed at Joseph.
Thank you. God, thank you so much.
That was so fucking weird.
I can't believe he tried to kill you.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Does this mean Joseph was the one possessed?
I would like to believe so.
Just a minute. Why does this guy have a gun?
The commotion seems to have motivated Frank enough for him to painfully hobble his way downstairs.
Me? What's it to you?
What's it to you?
Seems awfully suspicious.
Oh my. Now that I think about it, Vinny is the whole reason we're trapped in the inn.
Okay, this is gonna get ridiculous, isn't it?
I see. So there's a chance Joseph was merely frightened, not possessed.
He was very frightened. The whole time.
You're all nuts.
Please, stay calm.
Calm? I stop at a small town on my way home to be with my family. Nice little town to spend Halloween. Or so I think. Next thing I know, I'm locked in an inn with a bunch of crackpots who believe one of them is possessed.
Things have been pretty strange around here, though.
Nothing has happened here tonight that can't be explained away by paranoia.
That's true, though.
He has a point.
Yes, I quite agree. There is no curse. Everyone is just letting their fear override their common sense.
Especially Joseph, but he was the most cowardly of us all, so we should be fine now.
You have no real reason to suspect me of anything.
Then you won't mind sitting with us here all night long. Yes?
I don't want to be rude, but it seems to me you're awfully eager for us all to stay together overnight.
What are you suggesting? He's gonna grenade us?
Is there a problem? Seems like the safest solution to me.
Agreed.
It's just, we'll probably fall asleep, but you're trained to stay awake even when you're tired, aren't you?
I can assure you I'll be awake to protect everyone.
To protect us? Or to kill us?
You actually suspect me?
Matthew Hayer could possess anyone, even you.
Have I given you any reason to suspect me?
Well, it just occurred to me that you were upstairs when we got here, only we didn't know that for a while. You could have done something to the door ahead of time to trap us in here.
That's absurd.
It is possible.
I hate to mention it, but I couldn't help but notice how interested you were in picking someone to blame too.
What are you talking about? I was trying to get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Still, if all we have to do is sit together, it doesn't matter who we think is possessed. Asking so many questions just makes us suspicious of one another.
Fine, what do you want me to do?
I think I would feel much safer if you were locked in another room.
You want to lock me in another room? I suppose the rest of you will be out here together. Doesn't anyone else find it just a bit suspicious that Rita wants me, the person who has vowed to defend all of you, locked up so I can't reach you?
Now you're trying to cast suspicion on Rita, so everyone's just casting suspicion on each other. For what?
What are you implying?
She jumps to her feet. Mike also stands. He draws his gun.
I'm saying I think the real person Matthew Hare is possessed is you, Rita.
Oh my god.
No. It really is you, isn't it?
Vinny jumps to his feet as well. He has the gun drawn again. He aims it at Mike, but he hesitates. Any second now, Mike will shoot Rita. Why? If Vinny shoots him first, we'll save her, but Mike might die instead. Why is anyone going to shoot anyone? We're just people standing in a fucking lobby. Nobody should shoot anyone. Mike knows what he's doing. I don't believe he's possessed. His plan was a good one, and Rita's objection is suspicious. We have to trust him.
Don't do it!
Vinny glances at me and then slowly lowers his gun. Mike fires his gun. It hits Rita in the chest and she staggers backwards.
I don't know what you were planning, but I won't let it happen.
I wasn't planning anything.
Of course she wasn't, you twat. Mike fires again. Gotta make sure, you know, because she's a zombie. This is horrible. When Rita goes still, Mike turns to us.
I'm sorry.
You really think it was her?
I don't know. She might have just been scared like Joe.
Why is anyone killing anyone? I have no idea what's going on here. Why can't we just... What's the motivation? Nobody's doing anything. They're just escalating it for the sake of escalating it.
Guess we're all sitting around together tonight after all. Huh?
Yes. Yes, I think that is for the best.
I sure hope it's over. It's a long, tense night together. I don't manage to get any sleep at all. When morning arrives and all of us were sitting together are still alive, it's a welcome relief. I hope we get to find out something about the curse or something. You know. Soon people begin returning to town and they're able to break us out of the inn. Technically, this is my home now. I should get on with moving in, as I intended to do. But the memories of what happened at the inn still haunt me. Everyone says we were lucky to get away with only 2 people dying. They consider us fortunate. I don't feel fortunate at all. One way or another, I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Maybe then the nightmares will stop. Okay, that's our ending, is it? Well, I mean, that's cool. Now we have one ending. And we're going to wrap this one up here. Maybe we'll do another one, another ending. Yeah, we'll do another one. I mean, I got to fill gaps into Inscription after all. So, you know, even if that didn't really make any sense at all. But, you know, maybe the next one will. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.